Company's Black Series Edition LLC Crystal Edge Technology Screens, and our channel we're doing right now, working on a little platform we got here, which we call Cardboard PC Kingdom. Man, I gotta tell you something. I freaking hate Amazon on so many different levels. It's not even funny. I'm not saying completely all this stuff is a screw up, but man, their delivery service, man, in some ways sucks. They're always losing our PC parts. Always losing PC parts. I don't even know how. They lose so many PC parts. We've lost motherboards, CPU, RAM. We've lost all kinds. They lost all kinds of stuff. They lost a button. So the Voltron button that I ordered for the PC I have over here, my Mech PC, they freaking lost the button. The driver basically sets the button down, doesn't take any, set the package down with the button in it, doesn't take any pictures at all, nothing, not a thing, nothing, not a thing, and just walks off. So now there's no package downstairs, there's nothing, my package is gone. And I go to contact them and tell them at the end of the day, look, you got to replace this thing because we need the button. They're telling me because it came from a third party, their third party at that. I got to wait 24 to 48 hours to get a response back on the whereabouts of my PC button. But if I want the money back even faster on my account, I'm forced to put it on a gift card. That dumb nonsense, on a gift card. So what if I want to go outside Amazon with my refund and go buy it from somebody else? Can't do that because it's stuck on their gift card. If you want it back faster than that. This is the reason why I pay for stuff through PayPal, because through PayPal, if I have this issue with somebody who don't want to act right, I can go to PayPal and I can override their policy, which I'm about to do, and get my money back on my account faster than the dumb nonsense Amazon just spewed out to me a couple of minutes ago by telling me that I gotta wait freaking 48 to 24 hours to get a refund on something they lost. Gee whiz, I hate big companies. I really do. I can't stand them, man. They get up there and they get to a point where they just rip people off or give people some stupid nonsense at the end of the day. Figure they gotta take it at the end of the day. Can't stand Amazon. I tell you, they're constantly losing packages, man. I swear. And the dumbest way is lose packages. You're supposed to take a picture of it, have a person sign off on it before, or even take pictures of something. No pictures, nothing. I had a CPU go missing. CPU, motherboard, some other stuff that went missing. For some reason, it always seems to be computer parts that go missing. Everything else shows up except for the computer parts. No more. I'm buying from Newegg, or Tiger Direct or some other company, but I'm not touching Amazon no more parts. I'm tired of them. Do stuff like it ain't no tomorrow, man. How hard is it to freaking deliver a freaking package? Like, it can't be that freaking hard. I'm saying all of them. Some of them do a fantastic job. They do. But there's certain ones, literally, if you can't get into the unit, then you don't leave the package and walk away. You do hurt approach bandits, right? You're going to leave it right out in the open. Of course it's missing. No duh. And then no pictures were taken at all. Of course they didn't take any pictures. They're taking the pictures. They're responsible for the package. We're responsible for the package either way. Sheesh. How long it took me to get that button at the end of the day? I had to get that thing shipped overseas. I'll go someplace else and get it. I'll go to freaking Newegg or PC Mods and go over and get my stuff for now. I'm not buying any more stuff from Amazon. I'm done. Imagine that was a 5090 or expensive motherboard in the day. Man, I swear. Those jokers, boy. Alright, I'm going to do this rust job. At least I got my projector here. Sheesh. That's why I don't order stuff from big stuff from. I never order expensive stuff from. Never. Because of this nonsense. Let me put this back in here. I got enough paint. Got some caulk in to finish the bottom of this to get this done. This is not my brush. Where's my brush? My messy brush. There's my messy brush. I'm getting my fan. Yeah, this is my messy brush. I had the wrong brush. My brush when it came in my look. I know I'm messing. Brush is at. And soda bottle holder. Let me see. Which one is it? You? Fuck daylight setting on that dumb nonsense. Excuses. I can't stand excuses. Once freaking own up responsibility. Gee whiz Louise. I make a mistake, I own up to it. You can't make a mistake. Can't own it. It's a very little excuse. And you gotta read from that book of protocol nonsense. Basic protocol, they gotta tell you. Certain things they gotta tell you. They're in training, they tell them to talk like that in training. But they have how they speak to a customer and all that stuff. Oh, freaking manipulating me. This is what I was looking for. I had the wrong brush. It wasn't doing what it was supposed to be doing. Yeah, I gotta put some music on to relax. Loft music, copyright free. Yeah, please. Loft music, copyright free. Yeah, that's what grinds my gears. People lose my stuff at the end of the day. That freaking grinds my gears like there's no tomorrow. How hard is it to freaking drop off a package? Seriously, a monkey with a banana could have done that job. And guess who lost it? They finally tell me, oh, we passed it off to the United States Postal Service. But I didn't pay for United States Postal Service. I paid for Amazon Prime. That's what I paid for every freaking month. You guys take money out of my account. I paid for them to drop the package off. No, they passed off to the United States Postal Service. These guys throw it outside. They know about porch bandits. Why would you leave a package right there in plain view, like right there? I've gone past people's businesses and see expensive equipment just sitting right out in the open for anyone to just take. The return policy used to be on point. Now the return policy is turning into trash. Because now they got this whole thing now. They want you to wait the whole freaking 24 to 48 hours to get something back on your card. And if you want it back right away, which you can have it back right away, guess what? You got to have it on a gift card now. See, that's the decisions when companies start doing stuff like that. This is what causes companies to collapse. And people saying, well, if the Amazon goes down, then what would I do? Yeah, there's always somebody better. For every company that goes down, there's always another better company that rises in its place. If it didn't, we wouldn't have anything. But, yeah. That's like the same thing with Hulu. When Hulu first started off, this service was free. It was free service when it first came on. And then they started bombarding the freaking channel with commercials. Tons and tons of commercials. And the reason why they did that, to push you to pay for their service that we had commercial free. They all do it. It's a still strategy to do. YouTube's doing it right now. YouTube started off with one commercial that pop up. And then there was two back to back, but it was like within a couple of minutes. Now it's like 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Some of them had 30 minutes attached to them and all that stuff. And then they keep pumping about that YouTube commercial free to get you to pay for it. Around election time, it's a freaking nightmare. Look that up. Look when you have a chance. I think Adam Baldwin was doing a commercial for Hulu. And you watch it where it says absolutely free service. Pay nothing at all. Tell you one thing. We're blessed to get to that level. We ain't doing that nonsense. I hate that nonsense myself. We're doing something called dry brush. Start the source of rust here. It's more heavier. And then we branch it out. Different corners and different areas. And a repeat job because of that. For all your ridges and stuff pull up. Gives a nice little copper penny look to it. And this is not even copper, this is brown. If you can give a copper look to it. It's the fun part. Well, all of it's fun part, but this is the calm. Everything else becomes the chaos. So I like the ultra short throw, I do, but I like the fact that I tried it as a tabletop mode and it works much better as a tabletop because it's perfectly flat to the ground, perfectly flat. It's perfect tabletop mode. I'm gonna use it for my tabletop projection setup. And I ordered another projector for the screen behind me. And with the screen behind me, I think I want to do a multi-screen setup. That way I can do my portrait mode and I can do another setup at the same time. Because I want to have two applications running off the screen behind me. You want me doing gaming off of it? Of course, yes. But I want to run more than one gaming system off of it. So I got a projector coming in that allows me to do split screen applications. That's the fun part, making stuff corroded. Keep running over top of it with the brush, give it that copper penny look to it. Turn it on from there. The more times we run over top of it, the more it ages. This is what what they call a little bit of dry brushing. You're just repeating the same brush job over and over again on the same surface. And that'll give it a nice aged look to it. It happens really rapidly, really fast. You don't need much, so those smidge on your brush, and that's it. This is why I like to paint. Thinking about that nonsense now don't even exist anymore. I'm in mother world now. I don't know, something about things breaking down in time. It's beautiful. It is. You look at it, rust, corrosion, it's beautiful. Turns it side on the darker side. I got to wear. I need a headset, something with lights on it. It should actually work out much better. Let's get a little bit at a time. Let's get this area right here first before we start venturing over there. I'm getting ahead of myself. The difference is the bump brush. If it bumps, it's not gonna mess it up. There's no way you can mess it up. Everything happens, even the mistakes work. Everything works. Like we have water been pouring out from these pipes. And they've been leaving these streak marks. That's why we take our brush, ankle it this way. Heavy up here. right on the strip marks here. Now this part right here we're not going to do because I want to put some corrosion up in here. We'll cake it up real nice, and we're going to cake up the bottom of this. So we're not going to do the whole job, just some of it, because we got areas we still have to cake up pretty good. This should come out pretty nice right there. That rusted up quite nicely. This is why we rip the cardboard a little bit. And that silver will make this highlight, make this stand out a little better. That's why we strip the cardboard back a little bit. Make certain areas to highlight better. So on that brush. Let me take some of this over here. I forgot. Am I supposed to glue this up a little bit? Oh yeah, I forgot. Gotta put some hanging stalactites in there for that. After that, we got to top over the green corrosion. Over top that, there's a blend of green that pushes in and out of this in certain corners and area. We got mold and mildew back up in certain areas. So get ready for that job right there. So it's a couple of stages we got to go through. So I was cutting and tearing up the box, giving it a little bit more character. Give it kind of a brush over, gives it a nice polished look to it. Kind of looks like a rusty penny, right? Keep hitting it, it polishes it quite nicely. Now, how we're going to do the candy, how we're going to make that look like a real candy, is we're going to use some glossy paints, some epoxies, and we're going to bring in a small rotary tool with a polisher on it to buff it, because we need everything to look shiny. Gonna make a little candy land. And of course, I want to be eating candy while I do it, because again, that's usually what I do. Mix sugar, molasses, and all that stuff. To show you what it's going to look like, we'll make a cake or a piece of candy, standalone prop by itself, and you get an idea of how we're going to build it. So Nice rush job. It's coming quite nicely. Thank you all for stopping by and watching. I do appreciate. So we had to go hunt for a Big Daddy, little sister. I'm trying to track one down. They're not hard to find, just want a certain one. I'm doing BioShock again, but we're going to do it a little differently. We're going to build an interesting screen. So the tank is thin, and the screen sits in the tank. It's a submersible gaming screen. It's a virtual screen, but we're going to submerge it in the water and gain BioShock right through it on the rear side of it. So I want to play BioShock while my screen's on the water. Put the projector on the opposite side so the image can push through. Great way to advertise new gaming flex screens that can be submerged underwater. I am trying to find a waterproof projector. No one makes a waterproof projector? Someone's got to have a waterproof projector. It'd be cool if they had them. There's some good corrosion going on over here. Let me turn this around so we can get it toward the light. Oh, where you can get the light at. And yeah, it's super lightweight. With the stuff we're adding onto it allows it to harden quite nicely. So I'm going to do a repeat job underneath any areas like this with a repeat job of seafoam green, rust, and black. Give it like that runoff effect. This is where the dry brush comes in better. Here's the inside tomorrow. I'm gonna pick up a light and shine it in here. Make a light. This was once a majestic, beautiful building at one point, but time took its course. At one point, it was a very, very beautiful. It's still beautiful in its own way. Some people go around and take pictures of structures that were once, how they look now, and still somewhere around about it, there's somewhere still beauty in the building. Even after long periods of decay, there's still beauty in it all. Of course, we're going to have an old growth of vines and plant life. Corners and draping over the side. Because the interesting thing about it is, even though there's no people in it, doesn't mean it's abandoned. Because now, animals have taken over it. All kinds of different species of bugs and animals have now made it a home. So in a way, it's still a home. Sure. Plate here so we can get our corrosion job just right here. And like I said, it's a very easy trick on how to age your stuff to make it look old. So our power system still runs. If I could, that's possible. Can I do that? Oh, wait. I can't have the light on. Oh, I can have the light on. Yay! I told you I'm not cell phone savvy at the end of the day. Like, you build computers and not cell phone savvy. Yeah, it kind of works that way out for me. I don't know why. It's one of those things. So why don't you turn your phone on, flashlight? You could do that right at the same time. Yeah. I can do some stuff on cell phones, but I'm more computers and laptops and all that stuff. That's my territory. But Yeah. Some people can do all kinds of crazy stuff with a cell phone. That wouldn't be me. The only thing I use on my cell phone is basically record and pretty much it. But people, like, I don't even know how half the stuff to use on this phone to begin with when I got it. I got a pen in it, and I've never used the pen inside of it. Not once. I kind of forget it's in there. Like, you got a pen in that thing, right? Like, oh, I do? Oh, look at these here. Well, I'll never use this. I have no idea what I would use this for, honestly. I'm still old-fashioned. I still write things down on paper. I'm going to have to come back in and glue this up. This is where our surface gets added to, because when it's wet, it does basically pull apart, which is good because that's what we want. That's why we use very little glue. It's sturdy, but I still want this thing to pull apart a little bit. Ugh. Yeah, I can tell you one thing. I really had a ball playing Minecraft. Got lost on the first day, on land and underground. Underground was a wild adventure, never will forget. Ended up thinking that, how far can I go underground on this server? And then starts digging, and the ground gives out underneath of me, and I'm in this huge cavern. I'm like, what in the world? And I have no torches at all, period. I'm actually under the earth for no torches. I must have wandered around there for a couple of days, just digging anywhere, just to figure out exactly where I can find some kind of light or something. I hear running water. And then I seen this little tiny hole way up at the very top. I'm like, how the freak I'm going to get all the way up there? Eventually, I did get to the top, and I did get above land. I'm like, gracious. This is the wildest game I ever played in my entire life. I literally got lost on this. I got lost on the server twice. Did a little exploring and forgot where my house was at, and literally lost it. Couldn't find it. I must have searched, like I said, for days, looking for that house, and I finally stumbled upon it and found it. And somebody came into my server. She was like, "You don't need fire in here? Where's your lights at?" And I said, "I don't know how to do lights." So here, I'll show you. She gave me some of these torches. I lit that thing. I was like, oh my goodness, I have light. I have freaking light. She showed me how to build a lot of cool stuff. So, and I got them torches. I learned how to make them. Man, I lit that whole section up, man. I knew where everything was at, man. I had torches for this and torches for that. Made sure I never got lost ever again. One on the ground. Same area I got lost at. Put torches all down there. Built an entire small city down there. Put all kinds of cabinets with goodies down there to make sure that I was safe if I went underground. I had to mark that territory. And keep in mind, you had the creepers to deal with. So when it got late at night, I stacked the blocks on top of each other as high as I can go, and I stayed up there all night until the sun when I came up. Of course, I couldn't sit there and wait. I wanted to do something else. Terrified of the creepers. Get that nice little corrosion right there. Because I'm up here with the freaking creeper double features. Creepers, what the freak? Suckers will pop up right on your property and boom, blow up half your build. Got a nice corrosion job going on here. Little rust job. Well, corrosion not yet. We're doing the rust job right now. And then next we'll do the corrosion. Right now we got to get all this to look as realistic as possible. I need a little more paint. Ugh. What you up to, Taco Bear? I'm exploring the package that the projector came in. He's excited about it. He can't have the box. He already got a box here already. But he just wants to explore the package. I'll leave it up here for a little bit so he can explore it. He'll get in a fight with it. Maybe he won't. He doesn't even know. Here, Taco, I'm going to put your whatchamacallit back over here. Your hut. Right over there. Help if this wasn't in the way. I think the next Bioshock build I'm going to do is I'm going to build the top part. I'm going to build over top of fish tank. I'm going to build the frame around it and everything. Give them more of a corrosion look to it. Cardboard frame built around it, but I'm built this lighthouse over top of it. And you can see down below, you can see the whole city of Rapture under vegetable oil. Hide the PC in it. So the next one like that. So corrosion and rust. Here's our rust. I'm trying to run guys in the wrong area. Let's go over there. Oh, I hate these freaking mats so much. They part like the Red Sea. Let me get rid of them. I got some new ones coming in. Got the old ones, the ones I ordered the first time. It didn't come apart on me. Got those coming in. We do a light brush. This just about air, just highlights will pull up. That's it. Turn about the reconnections. This. Now this is going to remind me when I come back in, I'm going to take the caulking, hit heavy lines in here over and over again, give it a corrosion buildup, and this is what I put in that green, seafoam green combination. And then underneath here, we're going to put in these huge drips of rust and corrosion just pouring down. Any paint over here left? See, all this started off to be just a bunch of boxes. Let me just convert it into this. This is usually what I see in my head before we start working. I see it in my head. Sometimes it changes a little bit as we go along, but this is usually what I see in my head. I want to build a WB tower and put the Animaniacs on it, because they have a tower down here that'd be perfect for it, but I don't think they'll ever do it. So maybe we build our own and we put a spotlight on it and everything. Put the WB, and you can get the little Animac characters and make our own little tower. A good size one too, not a really big one. If I had the room, I'd make a really big one. I'll tell you the truth, I really would. Man, if we're gonna do something crazy like that, we'd have to put a screen in there somewhere so we can watch the cartoons off the Animaniac tower. What the Animaniacs were. Like, what kind of creature? Everybody, no one could figure that out. Like, what were they? And they're like, what are you? No one could figure out what kind of species of animals they were. Like, even that the doctor was like, what are you? Wasn't there a video game called State of Decay? I think it was. It's a zombie game, right? Yeah. It starts to dry. It starts to decay. Gives it kind of more of a decay look to it. So we're going to add in some really beautiful flowers. glue got caught up in there. That looks nice. I like that glue. Sorry if you can't catch this part. I'm trying to get heavy up in this one area. So, what's going to make it steampunk? Well, we're going to have all kinds of interesting pipes and gears running in and out of this thing from one end out the next. Pressure gauges, all that stuff. And it's going to hook up to a system that's going to run a tank from here, punch a hole through here, and stick out to the top of here. And that's going to have one of those fish tank bubble makers on it. So that way we can get this little bubbly effect pushing off in the background. We might put a little LED plate in there. They run off little batteries. They read little words across the screen. Put across it, system stable. We don't put down system failure because it hasn't failed yet. So the system was shut completely off. And our power switch, which next time we're going someplace else to get the freaking switch, it's going to be one of the switches you pull on and off. One of those, they call them Frankenstein switches. I don't blame all the drivers. I would never do that ever. But whoever that guy is, really? That's why he didn't take a picture. That's why. Thank goodness for doorbell cams, right? I remember I saw this guy basically take a cell phone, take the picture of it, and put the cell phones back in his pocket. I'm like, wow. Lost your job and your freedom for a freaking cell phone. But your chances are it'll be outdated. New ones will pop up. Just has you wonder about people who basically rob somebody for technology that was popular at that time that now today, like, you could get like on eBay. People wouldn't even you couldn't give them away. I know people got robbed for brick phones. And you're sitting in jail over a brick phone or something now that we have these now today. That's got to be an ugly reminder. You know, you get one of these phones, and you're like, wow, I went to jail for a brick. And now they got this technology. And now I see the 8-ball jackets coming back out. I see more and more youth with the 8-ball jackets, but they're not the real 8-ball jackets. The real 8-ball jackets were super freaking heavy. So if there's any youth on here, maybe 18 or so, just let you know that them jackets are selling you, they're not the real 8-balls. They're thin. They're too thin. Jacket looks like a windbreaker. So somebody owned one on. I was like, oh shoot, we got a 8-ball. And they're not the traditional colors. The traditional colors for the 8-balls were yellow, red, green, and then had the 8-ball symbol on the back of it. And these jackets were really, really heavy jackets. They were very, very heavy jackets. But the ones y'all got are like the bootleg versions of them. That are like, they're just a watered down version of the original jacket. One of your buddies got one, like when your old his has one of those. And he has one, he shows you what they really look like. You're like, oh shit, I got cheated. Yeah, they charge a lot of money for them jackets, but they're not the real jackets. For jackets were really freaking heavy. Because I was around the era of the 8-ball jacket. And then you had the bomber coats. Everybody's getting the bomber coats. Kind of like the same coat that George Costanza was wearing with the Gore-Tex. Wearing those with a little fur around the hood. And then it was the hoodies. It was the coats with the fur around the hood, the Eskimo hoodies they're wearing. And if you rocked it right, you would get a pair of the Oakdale skiing glasses and a painter hat. And you would swing the hat to the side and you wear the glasses to the side of your head or to the back. And that's how they would rock it. But I remember the 8-ball jackets when they came out. There was a friend of mine named Tate. Tate made customized 8-ball jackets on the block. He was a fantastic sewer. I remember the first time we saw them. He was a big guy too. He was a really big guy, muscular dude. And my mom was like, "He's gay," and I was like, "No, he's not. He's not gay." Well, I said, "Yeah, he's gay. He's gay." I want to pick it up. So he's gay. I couldn't care less at the end of the day. The guy was a fantastic a person with a sewing machine. He was really, really gifted. But I didn't believe it. I went over there, and sure enough, he had a boyfriend. And they both sewed at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, who cared? Because at the end of the day, that guy made some amazing stuff. I mean, his stuff was no freaking joke. He was good. He was really, really good. And I kept asking, like, "Yo, man, why don't you go into the mainstream?" He said, "Nah, mainstream ain't nothing but cutthroats over there. Over here, at least I'm with my people, and these people are real at the end of the day. Over there, it's all fake, so you don't want to be in that. Trust me, don't trust that glam, don't trust that glimmer. It's nothing. So I've been out there already. I've seen it. I came back. Never going back over there again." So, you know, he helped a lot of people out, people that want to get into modeling, stuff like that. Tate was very well connected, and he would hook you up with the right people. So you got to be careful, because you know, people will take advantage. It's kind of a take advantage world out there, especially with that model and the fashion business. But he was good. He was really good. He learned how to make clothes by in the church, watching those women make those clothes downstairs. And he started watching. We started hanging around with them and learned how to make clothes. Like one of my friends, he's an amazing cook. I mean, amazing cook. Never went to school for it. Watch, his mother used to sit around, and the old heads would come over and they cook, they bake, and they make all these recipes and stuff, and they would feed people down at the different homes, and they would feed people at the church and all that stuff. And he sat in the kitchen and watched them cook, and that's why he learned how to cook. His food is no joke. And that's how Ramsey learned how to cook. His mom is an excellent cook, and that's how he learned. He learned from his mother. Where they had this peach cobbler contest. You gotta watch that one right there. And she beat him. The pie was better. But you know, that's the original. But that's who he was trained. He was trained by his mom. I see guys on teaching their kids. They operate backhoes and all kinds of construction equipment, and they teach your kids how to do the same thing. Man, that's an excellent thing. That is an amazing thing to do. Give your kid a skill level before they even get out the door and operate heavy equipment. They pay good money. Oh, I had a low battery died. It's dying. Ugh. Yep. Anything that you have, the kids don't have, you can teach them, and that will give them an edge in life. And that's what we're doing. We teach them all that stuff, right? So they know. My dad taught us camping, hunting, fishing, all that stuff. I liked it so much. I got into the Boy Scouts, got into the Cub Scouts, because they did the same thing over there too, and got into it because of them. And if you're growing flowers, teach your kid how to grow flowers. How much money you make in the business of flowers? That's another multi-billion-dollar industry, is flowers. People pay a lot of money for flowers. I know. I paid a lot of money for flowers on Valentine's Day. A lot of money. Freaking long stem roses and all that stuff. That's a whew. Like, oh, this is a flower, right? You're sitting there, the bill come up like $300. Like, this is a flower, right? The same thing that grows in my back. No, it's not the same thing that grows in your background. It's a completely different type of science. I know that from the door. I see it, yeah. But man, if you got that skill level to do that, shoot. I like how they like the Girl Scouts. They teach them how to sell cookies. That teaches them business skills, how to run a business. People don't realize that they do more than just sell cookies. They're learning how to run a successful business, learning business skills, how to sell, how to market their products. But you ain't got to do not much to sell Girl Scout cookies. All you got to do is put a sign out and just say you're selling cookies, and we come. That's it. From the door. I buy crates. I buy a whole crate from them. Because I know at the end of the day, ain't going to be nothing left. You know what I mean? I got to get a crate in. Got to at least get a crate. And I know by the time I get on the block, people are like, can I get a cookie? Everybody want a cookie from me. I hear, take a whole box. Leave. It's a mine. Get a whole box of them, spit it up. Yeah. Them cookies so quick. Them Girl Scout cookies are amazing. I don't know if they got new. My doing to the Thin Mints. That's my favorite. Them Thin Mints. That's my favorite, them Thin Mints. Give me a box of Thin Mints, I'm a happy man. Give me 5 boxes, I'm an extremely happy man. I never forget the time they had the girl on TikTok. She said, yeah, she was dressing like a gangster, putting this fake gun on and everything, hosting everything to me. Yeah, I'm about to roll up on these girls. I thought she was talking about somebody else. I could really roll up on them. I'm about to roll up on these girls. Now they've been talking that smack all day. I can't wait to go get mine. I can't wait to get mine. She gets in the car and she drives off, got this voice talking all hard. And then all you hear is, excuse me. Yes, can I get the Thin Mints, please? And so and so and so. Like her voice completely changed. She was on some Girl Scouts. It was hilarious. It was funny how she did it. I'm thinking she's mad at somebody. No, she's talking about the Girl Scout cookies. And she's like, yeah, she said, they better have my cookies. I love these cookies. They're so good. Especially with some hot tea. Oh, man. Hot tea. Snickerdoodles. I got something planned when my brothers come up. We grew up with those Tyco cars. I bought one on eBay. Bought a Tyco race set. I'm going to set it up, bring them over. Little flash from the past. I remember when we used to clean those cars, you had to take a razor head and you had to polish those metal plates at the bottom of the car. Get them to move faster. We grew up with those Tyco cars. I never forget, you knew it was Christmas. You knew it was Christmas when you seen that freaking Tyco commercial come on. Especially when they did the 18 version, Knight Rider version. And the snake track was amazing because you could bend the track up, push it off your wall and everything. And it goes up the wall, snake track. And it glows in the dark. And you're all hyped up like, oh my God, I gotta have this. I think the commercials they had back then were far better than the commercials we have now for toys. I don't even have commercials. They do have commercials for toys. It's on something else on Cartoon Network. That's what it's on. The commercials back then were amazing. Evel Knievel, G.I. Joe, all them. G.I. Joe toys were huge. They were freaking humongous. My friend got the aircraft carrier. That thing was huge. It was bigger than me. But yeah, the commercials were just way better. They were way, way better. Especially when I got Team America. Never forget that. Dun, 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 dun. That kind of that music from Chips. Chips had some banging music. That bass guitar going on. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that music was banging. But anyway, yeah, I remember Team America coming on TV, and they showed the guy motorcycle jumping and flipping and rolling and crashing through stuff and going through water, doing wheelies and stuff. Like, oh my God, I gotta have that. One of Team America so badly. I beg my mom every day, Team America, please, I'll keep my room clean. I'll do whatever. And she said, we'll see if you'll get it. We'll see, but they'll know. My mom was known for doing that. We'll see. We'll get it, and she'll get it. She'll have it. So that day came up. It was my birthday. Boy, I was happy as happy can be. I dug the whole backyard up. the whole backyard. This is when I found the advertisement was a lie. I was a kid. But anyway, I dug the whole backyard up. I had sand dunes and hazards and all kinds of stuff back there, just waiting for that Team America. I couldn't wait every day, dreaming, looking at that backyard. And I went back there doing all kinds of stunts and jumps and everything. It's going to be freaking epic. Telling all my friends, got them all hyped up and excited. They're getting Team America too, by the way. They know they were getting nervous. I just didn't know yet. But I knew it. For some reason, I had a funny feeling I was going to get it. Sure enough, birthday come up, and my mom had to sit down. And we had to reach into a bag, and we had to close our eyes, and we had to grab out the present. So all the other presents were light. They were really, really light. Like there was no Team America in there. I went through every last one of them. There's no Team America. So I didn't get it. And I sat out back, looking at my sand dunes and stuff. And my mom came out there and said, "You forgot a present." And there it was, Team America. Yep. She was awesome for doing stuff like that. Going there and say, "I got you something." Turn around and get all happy. Like, "What you got?" "I got Team America." Oh my goodness, man. I was out there. And it took off. Jumped over a couple of stuff. But it hit an acorn and fell over. Like it didn't do like it did in the whole commercial. Like the whole commercial. I thought that's what it was supposed to do, but it didn't do like the commercial. I mean, we did stuff like we jumped over stuff and all that, but how they did the commercial, that's how they did the commercial. That was the advertising right there. But you're a kid, you don't see that. You see basically you doing that. But we still had fun with them. We jumped over stuff in cars and all that stuff. Had fun with it. But that's when I realized that advertising was a lie, and that's the day I grew up and became a man. But other than that, I still played with it because we still did stuff like jump over stuff and everything, and had a ball with it. And you know what kids do when they get something? They get bored of it. They don't touch it anymore. Sat in the closet. That's what it did. Pulled it out every once in a while. Then we got the Tonka trucks. And everybody knows the favorite Tonka truck was always the dump truck. With the dump truck, you could stick your knee in it and you could push yourself down the street. So we got the dump trucks next. I remember the commercial for the dump truck. They brought an elephant out. An elephant would stand on the dump truck. It's just so strong that an elephant can't crush it. Or something like that. They had that big elephant stand on how tall they could stand the test of time. And got those two. And then you know what happens to them, right? You get bored of them. And they sit out in the rain and rust and everything. But my parents must have said, "Gee whiz, does he take care of anything?" Tinker Toys. Saw that on a commercial too. Showed a young guy going in. And then even I was an old man, he had these giant Ferris wheels and stuff. To this day, I still can't build that Tinker Toy Ferris wheel for Jack. Can't figure out how to put that thing together. Now they got a motor on them now. Yep. Our corrosion job is coming out quite nicely. Or rust job is coming out quite nicely. Has a bit of art to it now. Kind of polished down quite nicely. This could have came in handy when I was building train sets. When I had train sets, I love train sets. I love train sets. My favorite are Lionels. Lionels, the old-fashioned smokers. Those are my favorites of all time. Yes, sirree. Those are my favorites. They got to be electric. Can't be battery operated. They make the ones new now. They make them battery operated. Got to be electric. Suckers are heavy too. Really heavy. Got a good old-fashioned Lionel train set. Stick your head in the tunnel. See what happens. That's a really big train. Very heavy train. Die-cast metal. Let's get this here a little bit better. Polish this up nicely. This came out nicely. There's a little polish job to it. It decayed very nicely. A really old toy ray gun. It's not an old ray gun. It's like an old water gun. Water gun has an old look to it. We're gonna change the color. Change that. I'm gonna buy it tomorrow. I saw it in the like a 7-Eleven store. 7-Eleven stores they have. I saw it in there. I'm gonna buy it. Get it over here, and we're gonna convert that into something like a new weapon for a prop weapon for Fallout. It won't be part of their collection, but we can make our own collection. I mean, you can go buy them old-fashioned, quirky-looking dinky looking water guns, and you can paint them to convert them into like real water guns, real ray guns. Just for a little paint job. Yep. Down here, we don't have the ball drop. We got a giant hockey puck. I told you about that. I'm gonna go watch it. Like, when you gonna be out? I'm gonna be out there. I'll be out there when it hits. So my crew and all them gonna be out there. I'm gonna be out there. I have never seen it before. The downtown hockey puck drop. It's interesting because we got the wings out here, but still Flyers is out here too. We got Flyers out here. You still see Philly. It's all PA at the end of the day, but they got the wings out here. But you see people walking around with Flyer jerseys on. They have games over at the PPL building over there. Still have not been over there to watch any shows or concerts. And they do concerts right there. They got a new concert building booked over here too. I do want to check that out. Got a concert building over here. I'm not into music today, but country music? Oh, heck yeah. I like country music. Been line dancing before? Man, that is freaking fun. Line dance is fun. Some people don't want to go in there because they're afraid they're going to be treated differently. Man, they're the nicest people on the face of the planet. In any culture, you're going to find a douchebag. That's the way it is. But you'd be surprised. You find some very nice people in there. That's how I learned how to line dance. A white woman taught me how to do it. She taught me how to line dance. She said, "You want to learn?" I said, "Yeah, I want to learn." She taught me how to line dance. Got the whole turn with the clap. I was off beat for a minute. I got it. I got in sync with it. Maya told you my dance skills aren't all that great. I'm the only black man that can't dance for jack at all, period. I'm like watching the Tin Man break dance in a rainstorm. It's just ugly in every way whatsoever. Some of the dances are easy to pick up on, but some of the other ones, like, geez, can't do this. All right. So our corrosion brush job came in nicely. Corrosion, I keep saying corrosion. It's not corrosion, it's a rust job. We did a rust job. Gee whiz, Ken, get it together, man, get it together. A rust job came together. I'm going to start ordering me a screen for my projector. Get another one for this one. I'm going to do a multi setup for this one. And I want to basically use that one for my desk. Because it is whisper freaking quiet. I mean, that thing is super quiet. I didn't know it was on half the time. It's very quiet. So I'm going to hook up something for my desk. I want to test it on that. So I might come back on, hook that up to the desk, drop that on it, and check it out. See what kind of get a feel for it. What I want to do with this. Oh, and that's interactive. Those projectors are interactive. I can hook up the pens and write and everything with them. They have that capability. That's why it's table flat like that. That's why it's flat to the table like that, because they're designed for that, for interactive. So the pens and stuff, I saw the pens are pretty cheap, pretty affordable. So tomorrow we're going to be doing this part right here. I don't know when my panels are going to be in. The panels mean the panels to finish that. But we are going to do something with the desk. I definitely want to experiment with that with the desk. But I'm going to come back in and do a short video and just give an idea what we're looking to do. I got to measure out something for the desk. That's what we're going to do. Oh. All right, people. Hope you enjoyed coming in. Still got a lot more stuff we got to do, but hope you enjoyed. Look at the button. I'll call him back and say, hey, look, just send the button, whatever. And I'm just going to order another button from somebody else. See who else got some really cool buttons we can use for our setups and go from there. But I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for your time. Thank you for stopping by. We still got the corrosion job to do next to give it that kind of decay look to it. So that'll be the next stage after that. So once I get this stuff we need for that to mix that together, we'll come back in and we'll go back on this again. Right now, I gotta be back on this machine and this one because I got to upload drivers for this one to get this running. And this one requires laser light show, which I got fans and all that stuff in a paint job because that thing's supposed to be bright orange, by the way. Bright orange and black, I think we're going to do it in for a Gundam setup. Or something we're going to do. I forget the colors when we get around to it. If it were Gundam, we're going to match it too. All right. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming in. Of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with the ability to do this because if it weren't for Him, none of this would be possible. Thank you for your time and God bless.